In this video, I'll demonstrate selection control structure in Java. So in Java, we have if statement, if and else if, the use of nested if. In Java, we also have switch case statement. And lastly, I will teach you how to use ternary operator. Okay? So let's declare first a class. Let's call it selection demo. Let me save it first. I will save it on my drive D Java demonstration folder. So, lagay ko lang din yung main method. So, public static void main string args. Ipasok ko lang yung comment na to serve as our guide in the demonstration. Okay, let's start with the if statement. So before that, since I will ask input from the user, I will use the scanner class. So import java.util.scanner. And then using scanner, we are required to create a scanner object. So let's call it input. So scanner input equals new scanner system.in. And let's say for example, we ask for a number. Yung number na yun, yan na yung gagamitin natin for testing for creating control structure. Selection control structure. So let's say enter number. So let's declare a variable named num and let's ask for an integer input. So input.next int. So using the if statement, so the keyword if, and then the condition inside the parentheses. So I ask here if num is equal to 0. So if num is equal to 0, so I will say num is 0. Okay? So yung if statement, this is used to skip statement. So if this condition is true, so this statement will execute. But if the condition is false, this statement will be skipped. Okay? Whereas if we have if and else, parang meron na tayong alternative. If alternative na mga statement to run or to execute. So if our condition is false, if our condition is true, this specific statement will execute. But if the condition is false, other statement will execute. Okay? So dito naman we will ask if the number is even. So to ask if the number is even, we modulo it by 2. So if it is 0, so we will say that the number is even. So else let's say the number is odd. So, dalawa lang naman yan, di ba? If it is not even, it is odd. If it is not odd, it is even. Okay? So, let me try this first before we continue. So, drive D, cd java demonstration, java selection demo.java. Okay, successfully compiled. So, let's run the program. So, enter number, for example, 12. Okay? So, correct, diba? 12 is not 0. So, walang na print na yung number is 0. And then, take note that 12 is even number. So, tama naman, diba? So, let's try kapag 0 yung number. Okay, 0 is 0. 0 is even. How about kapag add naman yung number, for example, 87. Okay, so far, correct yung control structure natin. So next, else if. Else if naman if ginagamit po yan kapag we have another condition. Dito kasi sa setup ng if and else, we only have one condition to test. But how about kung dadagdag pa tayo ng isa pang condition? So dyan ka po gagamit ng else if statement. Okay. So dito naman, let's check if the number is positive. Okay? To check if the number is positive, sabihin lang natin if it is greater than 0. So if the number is greater than 0, number is positive. So if we have another condition, let's say for example, negative naman. If the number is less than 0, so the number is negative. Else, if hindi siya positive, hindi siya negative, so the number is 0. Okay, so nasa gitna siya, di ba? Sabihin na lang natin, the number is 0. Okay, so let's try this out. Let me compile again. So successfully compiled. Let's run the program. So enter number 12. Okay, so correct. 12 is even, 12 is positive. About negative 12. Negative 12 is even, negative 12 is negative. How about if it is 0? So 0 is 0, 0 is even, 0 is okay. Next, nested if. When we say nested if statement, sa loob ng if condition, meron ka pang another if statement. So for example, our if statement is positive number lang yung kukunin natin. So kapag positive number siya, ito-check naman natin if it is greater than 50 or less than 50. So if it is positive, okay, papasok siya dito sa statement na to. Sa block ng if number is greater than 0. And then let's check also if the number is greater than 50. So if it is greater than 50, let's say num is greater than 50. Okay, else number is less than 50. Okay, sige, let's try this out. So, let's compile again. Okay. So, for example, 78. So, correct, di ba? 78 is greater than 50. How about negative 78? So, we expect nothing because dapat yung requirement ng unang if statement is positive dapat yung number. So, how about less than 50? 45. Okay, so tama. So, 45 is less than 50. Okay, next is the use of switch case statement. Okay, so in switch case statement, so we have a format to follow. Dito yung gagawin ko na lang is kukunin natin yung tens place nung number. Let's declare here tens. So para makuha nyo yung tens place or yung digit for the tens place is num divided by 10. Okay? So halimbawa yung number is 23, 23 divided by 10 is 2. Okay, so makukuha natin yung tens place. Kapag sinabi natin tens place, yung nasa second digit ng number. Okay? And then we will create here a switch. So, ito yung itetest natin, yung tens. So, kapag yung nasa tens place is, yung digit niya is 1, sabihin na lang natin na num tens is 1. Okay, simple as that. Then we put a break statement. Kopyahin ko na lang to. So, paano kapag 2? So, num tens is 2. And then kapag 3 naman, sabihin natin 3. Hanggang 3 lang yung gawin natin because hahaba na yung switch case natin. So kapag yung tens niya is greater than 3 or pataas, sabihin na lang natin na invalid. Okay? Okay, let's try this out. So compile ko lang ulit. Okay? 34. So correct, 'di ba? Yung nasa tens place ni 3 is 3. So let's say for example 56. So invalid siya, 'di ba? Kasi yung 5, okay, yung 5 is greater than 3 na. So paano kung 11? Okay, yung nasa tens place niya is yung digit na is 1. So correct. So far correct. Okay, lastly, yung paggamit po ng ternary operator. So, yung ternary operator po is an alternative in using an if-else statement. Okay? Meron lang tong format to follow. So, you have the condition, question mark, and then expression if true, expression if false. Okay, so ganyan lang naman yung format niya. You have your condition here, question mark, and then expression if true, colon, expression if false. Okay? So, for example, sige, kunin natin yung etong if and else natin. So, sabi nga natin, yung ternary operator is an alternative in using if and else statement. Ito. So we will convert this into a ternary using a ternary operator. So since we will print here etong details na to, let's make it short na lang siguro para matanda, para maiba naman siya dun sa ginawa nating if statement sa taas. So kapag even yung number, we will output even. Kapag add naman, add lang. Okay? So dito, system out that print line kasi nga ipiprint natin if it is odd or even. So dito natin ilalagay yung paggamit ng ternary operator. So what is our condition? Ito, di ba? So let's copy this. So we ask if the number is modulo by 2, question mark. Ito, tingnan nyo po yung format. So question mark, expression if it is true. So our expression here is pag-output ng even. Else, ito. So colon, we will write here odd. Okay, simple as that. So in this case, na-convert natin yung ilang lines of code na to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We converted 5 lines of code na limit natin into 1 line of code lang. Ito, using ternary operator. Okay, so delete ko lang to. So let me try this out. Let's open CMD. Okay, compilation successful. 56. Okay, so tama, di ba? Even. How about 67? Okay, the number is odd. Okay, this is using ternary operator. Hindi lang naman siya ginagamit sa system out that print line. You can also use this in assigning values. Okay, another example, pagkuha ng absolute value ng number. 'Di ba kapag sinabi nating absolute value, the positive, yung equivalent na positive number nung number. So kapag positive number, kapag positive na yung number, so yun na yung absolute value niya. But if it is negative, tatanggalin lang yung negative na sign. Okay? So to do that, so in here I will demonstrate using ternary operator. So first I will ask if the number is greater than 0. So, 'di ba in this case positive siya. So question mark. So kapag positive siya, yun na yung number na yun. Okay? If not else, 'di ba? Ito yung else natin. So, ang gagawin ko yung number, ita-times ko lang sa negative 1. Diba? Any number na i-times any negative number na i-times sa negative 1 will become positive. Okay? So to check this, I will output so absolute value is equal to absolute. Okay? So dito ginamit natin sa system out dot println yung ternary operator, but in this case assigning it to a value. So whatever this ternary operator, kung ano yung maging result niya or result niya, it will be assigned to the variable absolute. Okay? So let's try this out. So halimbawa 45. Okay, so correct, 'di ba? Yung absolute value ng 45 is 45. How about negative 45? Okay, so correct. 'Di ba the absolute value of negative 45 is 45. Okay? So that's all for this video. Okay. So these are the control structure, selection control structure in Java. Okay. So thank you for watching.